This is Hollywood. Matías Bombal with you. The Irish Film Board offers director John Michael McDonagh's Calvary, released in the USA by Fox Searchlight Pictures. This movie was a thought-provoking and at times uncomfortable movie to watch, but excellently made with good performances. I'm still thinking about it. Brendan Gleeson is Father James, a good Catholic priest facing the tribulations of the confessions of an odd collection of characters that live in his parish. As the movie unfolds, an inordinate amount of negative elements start to weigh heavily on Father James, and right at the outset, you might be alarmed by the fact that an unknown person in his town who comes in for confession reveals that he was sexually abused as a youth by a priest, and he's decided that he'll take Father James' life in 1 week so that he may have closure of his life's torment. He tells the priest that he'll have a week to put his life in order and that they are to meet at the shore in a week's time for fate to take its course. A day-by-day account of the days that follow show Father James' integrity, love, and compassion with a remarkable strength as he faces an unknown future with honesty and calmness that shows his greater faith not only in his religion, but in humanity, even though odder and odder circumstances seem to augment around him as the days go by. Putting his own fate second, he continues with his daily ministry, and here we see him confronting the butcher in the town who may have been abusive to his wife as she's been making the rounds with other men in town.
Hi, Father.
Jack? Could I have a word? In private.
Sounds ominous. Where's Johnny Cochran when you need him, huh?
Hope we don't get locked in here. We'll have to make love to keep warm. I had a word there with Veronica, Jack. You're out of the house, were you? Is everything all right? Everything's fine. I mean, no, everything's not fine. Mass on Sunday? With the shades and everything? Ah, that. Yes, that. Are you laying into her, or what's going on? That wasn't me, no. No, that's that black fella that she's been seeing. I mean, the coloured fella she's been seeing. Sorry, I didn't mean to be racist there. That was a slip of the tongue. You're saying he beats her up? Don't quote me on it, but that's what I'm assuming. Yeah. I mean, she speaks in riddles half of the time. I can't make any sense out of her. I think she's bipolar, or lactose intolerant, one of the two. I don't know where I am with her anymore, Father. And if I'm honest with you, I'm kind of glad to have her off my hands. Even if this new fella's knocking her about? But what's that to do with me? What? Not everyone can carry the weight of the world.
That was actor Chris O'Dowd as Jack Brennan, the butcher. Other actors of note that you'll see in Calvary include Dylan Moran, Domhnall Gleeson, who I really liked in last year's romantic comedy About Time, and the return to the screen for the first time in 2 years of the wonderful M. Emmett Walsh, whose distinguished career has run the gamut from Alice's Restaurant to Blade Runner. There's a newcomer who's really quirky and likable in this movie, Killian Scott. I predict you'll be seeing much more of him very soon. This movie had me in suspense to the very end, wondering who the person was making the startling threat at the beginning of the movie. It seems all the town folk had good reason and show behavior that is bizarre and inappropriate, and the movie gets darker and feels heavier to watch as the clock slowly ticks to Sunday and that meeting at the beach. The director and writer have interspersed odd bits of black comedy into the bizarre characterizations of the townspeople, who, by contrast with the kind heart and level-headed presence of Father James, make this for one of the most fascinating elements in this movie. I adore escapist cinema, musicals especially. This could not be farther from my favorite type of story to watch, and yet the excellent performances all around and the careful crafting of the script and story is very fine movie-making indeed, and was great to watch. In the setting of the narrative, I could easily see the Catholic Church not recommending this movie. However, I found it to be a strong testament to a man of the cloth and his faith in God, himself, honesty, and humility. I'd watch it again. This is your pal, Matías Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.